Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sisters, I'm a convert to Islam, motherless, and my relationship with my non Muslim father is difficult and fragile due to my conversion. He does not approve. Recently, my father decided to purchase a house in my name to ensure my security, given the precarious situation between me and my Muslim husband. We found a house of interest. My father is considering taking out a mortgage to cover the 20-30% of the house cost. I cannot ask him nor prevent him from taking out the mortgage or advise him because, being a non-Muslim, he would not accept my request, and I fear that this request, even refusing the house, could further damage our already fragile relationship. But if the house were in my name and partially paid for with a mortgage, it could constitute a grave sin because, of course, the riba, the interest that is involved. I agree. I do not know how to act. Please advise. So may Allah Azza first of all make it easy for you. And you mentioned that you have a very fragile relationship, a precarious relationship between you and your father, but nonetheless he's still willing to buy a house for you, so he still has a lot of care and love for you, and that he wants to have a house in your name, so there's security for you. But you said there's a precarious situation between you and your husband. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest with you. It's not mentioned here. Of course, no one can take out a mortgage in your name without you signing it. And taking out a mortgage, no doubt, is a problem because it involves interest. Now, if your father is willing to and wants to help you, there are some ways to purchase houses here in the UK, if you're talking about the UK. There are some halal ways of acquiring property. And some organizations like Gateway and Halo, these are organizations which have been confirmed with the Islamic Council of Europe that they have halal ways of purchasing houses that doesn't involve mortgage. Well, you have, of course, payments where there's like a partial rent and there's also a partial ownership of the property, and over a period of time, the more you pay, the more you acquire in terms of ownership. So depending on how much you place originally, whether it's 10% or 15% as a deposit, you own 10-15% of the property, you pay the rent, and then if you up or pay more than the rent, then you can acquire a greater share of the property. This would be halal. So if this is something that your father wants to help you with, you can direct him to these ways of acquiring a property, and I think that's a solution for you, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.